Okay, so welcome to this class, this stretch and refresh class. What we're going to do, we're just going to work from our head to our toes today, and you need zero equipment. For future classes, if you've got anything to hand, I do highly recommend you get these. Some kind of strap, you can use the tie from your dressing gown or a belt or a scarf, a resistance band, a booty band, and a spiky massage ball or a regular, a ball about that size. Tennis ball will do, cricket ball will do, something like that. And a stick, like a broomstick. Detach the broomstick from the head, and if you've got a step handy, have that. So just kind of set yourself up in that area in future classes, and then you're prepared for whatever we've got. Here's the spiky ball. There. So it looks like that's really good for massaging the feet, and that's what I want to do in future classes, but I won't do that today because obviously it is the first one and not everybody has everything to hand like I do. I've been doing this for donkey's years, so I've got all the gear and some idea. So let's start. The whole point of stretching and mobilizing and relaxing is just making sure that the body is relaxed. We're in a relaxed state of mind-ish. There might be a million and one things to do on your list today, but just starting from a place of relaxation. So relaxing the jaw, relax the shoulders as best you can. I know quite easy to have them up here when we're stressed or when we're stiff or when we're in pain. And keep the knees soft. So if I turn to the side, I don't want you to be locking them out. I kind of hyperextend. So just kind of soft, like that. You don't have to be squatting. As I said, we're going to go from head to toe. And we're not going for time. We're just going to go for how things feel in my body. If you're watching this back later, you can always pause the video and spend a little bit extra time. And take these as a, so starting off, copy me, we're starting off just moving your head left to right, ear to shoulder. Use these throughout the day if you find that, oh, that felt good, I didn't know about that stretch. Let's carry it on throughout the day. So ear to shoulder, just pausing a little bit, try and keep the shoulders relaxed. And as you go into the stretch, if you feel any pain, don't go too far into the pain. Make sure you've got that nice, happy threshold. You don't want to go where you feel like you're going to break something or pull something. And every stretch we do this morning is a moving stretch. We're not going to hold anything because I want to prepare you for movement. I want to get blood flowing to the area. I want to get everything working happily. And I don't know what you're going to do in the rest of the day. So looking left and right now, look to your shoulder, look to your other shoulder. So you might have a really active job. You might have a really active home life. Maybe you've got things to do at home if you're on a rural property. Okay, chin to chest. And these are all going to just prepare the body, prepare the muscles for movement. Chin to chest, chin to sky. One that I really do like is pushing your hand into your chest. So I'll come closer. You go push and pull down like you're trying to lock the skin in place. So look down while you're doing it. And then when that's locked in place, lift your head up to the ceiling. Lift and then move left and right. Pull some faces, go change chest, push in, pull down, pull feet up. Okay. So relax the arms, give them a shake out. Let's just shake the body for a second. I don't know. Starting that, just that little chain reaction makes more a boogie. Okay, shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Shoulders up to the ears, big breath in. Back, down. Now let's alternate. One shoulder up, one shoulder down. And then let's get the body involved. So swaying to the torso. Going through the hips. So imagine if we were walking. Okay, we're kind of walking backwards if we're moving like this, but when we walk, when we move, it is opposite arm and leg. Yeah, so we're just getting that gentle massage through the spine, through the hips, that movement pattern that is going on. Okay, now hands on the hips. Speaking of just mobilizing the spine, let's see if you can keep the hips still and just move everything from the waist up in circles. Go as big or as small as you wish. Not about you, but when I wake up, my spine is the thing that feels a bit the most sore. Get bigger if you can. No, just gently massaging. It is early. The sun is rising. It's going to be blinding me. 6:10. Let's go the other direction. Not squinting or moving in funny directions. It's probably because the sun is blinding me. Right, move your hands to your ribs. I'm going to do the same for the hips. Right, start small, go as big as you wish. Never go into pain if you find that you're holding your breath or gritting your teeth. Probably gone too far. Just dial it back a little bit. Just pause. Then go the other way. Okay. Have your hands together. What we're going to do is we're going to, let's just do a little bit of a squat just to kind of anchor our hips in place. Arms out in front. And I want you to look at your right hand, bring it out to the side, and go as far around to the back as you can. Okay? And then back. And then looking at your left hand, same thing. Out to the side, as far back as you can. And don't worry if you can't start alternating sides. Don't worry if you can't go really far, especially because, like, we're not doing that. We're keeping the hips forward. And anything that you notice, whether you can't go as far on the left as you can on the right, it's all information, it's all data. Place your hands on your thighs and reach across the body with your right hand. Again, looking at your fingers on your right hand the whole time, and then bring it back out to the right, pointing out to the right side, and then rotate round, pointing up to the ceiling. So it's similar to the other one, a little bit different, and you've got the support of your hand. Then come back down and stretching across. So getting a nice stretch to the back, possibly through the hips. You really drive the hips back as you do this. Get the whole body involved. Right, get some clicky clicks through the hips, through the back. Isn't a requirement, but it just feels nice. One more. So you go at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. Swap sides. Reaching across. Out the side. And up. Across. Across. You go with the pace that feels good to your body. And I've done these stretches and these moves more times than I can count. And it might take you a little bit of time to just get used to it. So keeping both hands on the thigh, we're going to do a standing cat-cow. So you're going to tuck the hips under, chin to chest. Again, go as round as you wish, or as you're able to. And then push the hips to the sky. Shoulders back away from the ears, looking up towards the sky. And feet back and forth. And keep the jaw relaxed. Breathe, at least breathing in through the nose. You can breathe out through the nose, great. If you can breathe out through the mouth, just sighing as you breathe out. Okay. So let's just bend. Opposite knee alternating. I'm just doing a bit of a wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, just roll down. Just hang for a moment and then just sway from side to side. So you're drawing a semicircle from the outside of one leg to the outside of the other leg. Again, knees are soft. You don't have to lock the knees out. Okay, center, roll yourself back up, shrugging the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Nice. So now, moving away a bit further down, I'm going to go into our hips, the top of our legs, and our adductors, which are the inner thighs. There's a good old stretch. I want to team the back into this as well. But after we've done a few of these, I'm going to add an extra move. And again, go as deep as you wish. If you want to, you can have your hand on your thigh. Okay. I'm just going to pause there for a second. Turn the palms up to the sky. And I want you to imagine that you are resting something. And you're like a tray of drinks, I don't know. And you've got to reach, your feet are glued, and you've got to reach over there. The table is just out of reach in the direction of this thigh. So wherever direction this thigh is pointing, that's the direction you're reaching. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Nope, table's moved, it's over here. Reach. Okay. Yeah, just take it. Like that. So really feel that stretch. Hopefully it's through the back, through the hips, as well as in the thigh. Reach. When it comes to these stretches, I kind of breathe in and then exhale on the the standing up part. It's whatever feels right for you. You know your body better than I do. I'm just here to guide you through some stretches that I know work for most bodies without special injuries or special dispensations. Okay, see, I'm being blinded now by the lights. Grab some water. So our next one, getting into our hips again. I want you to stand on the left leg, rest the right toe on the floor. Now I want you to pivot this right leg, so you're pivoting the knee in, and you turn the knee out. We're getting a nice stretch through the hip joint. Really good for helping you with that squatting motion. Sitting down on a chair, standing up out of a chair, sitting and standing up off the toilet, all those moves. Swapping sides, so point the toe, pivot on that toe, point the knee in, point the knee out. The one. Okay. So, our next one. This one I really quite like. We're having 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'll do this side first. So you are tucking the hips under. Hopefully you can see it's very, very bright, and I've got the hiccups down. Hold on to something if you need to, lean against the wall. I just want you to bend that front knee. We're going up and down. If you can, reach up. So my left leg is back, I'm reaching up with the left arm. Reach up. Reach up. If you've got both arms free, you can reach up. Try not to pinch the lower back. So you're pushing the whole torso forward, not just the hips. You don't want to get any more pinching there, so guide everything forward. And reaching up. It just elongates everything. It gets into that hip flexor, which does get tight, especially if you kind of sleep in the fetal position. And then now I'll turn so you can see a bit better. Yeah. Push the hips forward, arm up, and then reach. Rock side to side. That's it. So a nice stretch here, hopefully up through here as well. Let's swap sides. So tucking the hips under. And going like that. Bending the front of the leg. Back and forth. Arm up. Reach for the sky. Reach for the sky. So like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Anytime you do notice that it's particularly tender in certain spots, like I get quite sore around here, exhale on that bit. So we'll see if it just tells the brain, reminds the brain that you are okay, you are safe, and you can get into this stretch. So now reaching up, rocking the hips, leaning over slightly. Okay. Oh, that's good. So good. Okay. Same, only different. Let's swap sides again. Turn this way. So my right leg is back. I'm going to. So that's the side I just stretched. So let's swap sides. Back to the original side. My left leg is back. I'm going to reach around. And again, this is the looking at your hand type position. Heel can be on or off the floor, whatever helps the balance. Oh, a mixture of both. Tap the outside of the left knee or leg, wherever you can reach. And then looking at your hand, bring it out in front. And then you're going to rotate around and point the arm behind you up to the ceiling somewhere. But keep looking at your hand. Good. Tap. Tap. Oops. And you need to hold on to something. Do so. This is where those broomsticks come in handy. You can just use that for balance. Last one on this side. And then we'll swap sides. Okay. Tap the outside of your leg. Bring it up. Bring it round. All the way behind you. And you move the body how it feels good for you. So as I go around, I can feel that something's kind of locked almost. So I'm pushing into that to see if I can release it. Let's do one more. Okay. So our next stretch, it's a hamstring stretch. Back of the thighs. I want you to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, doesn't matter which. Just want you to drive the hips back. And then round the body. And say hello to your knee. And then come up. And just push the hips forward a little bit. And then hold up. So we're getting some massage and lubrication through the lower back, through the hips, down the back of the leg, possibly into the back of the knee. And then rolling up. I like to have my hands on my hips. The brain likes a closed circuit, so it's almost like we're holding on to something. But that something is us. Do one more on the side. Hello, and then swap sides. Push the hips back, bend that back knee, rolling down, say hello, knee. Rolling up. Love that feeling. I feel like I'm opening up. And that stretch just on the back of my knee. Back of my knee really gets it. Do one more. Okay. What I want to do now is get the feet. I want you to come up onto your toes, just on the right foot. You can use your left leg for balance. Bring up onto your toes and back down. Spread your toes. Let's go out that way, get the little toes. Yeah. 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 If our toes aren't happy, if our feet aren't happy, and in another session I might go from feet to head rather than head to feet. It does set up a chain reaction. If our feet aren't able to move, we tend to overcompensate further up the chain, and that's when we get issues further up the chain, like with our knees, our hips, our back. Okay, now hold on to something. Place the top of your foot on the floor, bend the front leg of it, and almost drag that back foot forward, but you're not moving it. You're just pulling enough to stretch the top of the foot. And let's get into the hips. Wiggle. Wiggle. Go back and forth. Okay, and then just go back. Up and down, rocking up and down, onto the toes, back down. Okay, last minutes, other side, side going. Up and down, onto the toes. Now let's go to the side, getting those little toes. And then hold on to something if you need to. Placing the top of the foot on the floor, bending that front knee, and then start to drag the foot. Then wiggle the hips. It's just stretching front of the foot, the top of the foot, into the front of the ankle as well. I want you to let me know what in particular you would like stretching. So it says in the screening form when you book the class what you would like to focus on yourself, any injuries, any niggles, and I can tailor that and add that to the class. I can make a specific, say, knee focus, back focus session. It doesn't always have to be a full body. So that is it. Do let me know how you feel. Now stop the recording, we'll have a chat.